Hey, how's it going, guys? My name's Daniel, aka HashLips, and welcome back to my channel. Today we've got Marco here. Actually, we recorded this on the same day, so he's back. And we're going to be discussing, gas again. But, previously we touched on what is gas and why it's needed, right? And for anyone who has experienced working with the Ethereum blockchain, we know when you write to the contract, you're most likely going to pay some gas when you alter it. But there's some concept about viewing, right, Marco? There's a concept of view function, which means that you simply read from the blockchain through a node of some sort. Now, depending on what node you use, the gas, the node usually takes care of that gas. For instance, in MetaMask, it doesn't feel like if you read from the contract that you have to pay anything because MetaMask, and the inner workings of MetaMask and how they do their things is they allow you to do it for free and they cover the gas cost. But it's not endless, and that's what we're going to be discussing today. Where are those limitations of the read and the view functions when it comes to gas, Marco?
The reason why this happens is that, first of all, as we said in the other video, gas is not actually a fee that is based on maybe the Ethereum authors decided that that's the cost and we have to pay that. It's actually based on the amount of work that the node has to do in order to deal with our transaction. So, thinking about that, you see that it's quite obvious that services like maybe Infura or any provider that gives you access to the chain, MetaMask is also using Infura as well, they have to find a way to avoid people from abusing their service. So, we know that view functions are free because you're just doing read operations on that, but they are using the same system, the same gas system, in order to prevent you from running transactions that are too complex on chain, and that might deliver poor performances on their infrastructure. They can lead to issues, and people would not be able to use the service as good as it is. So that's mainly the reason why this happens. But uh, we can also talk about why we as developers have to take this into consideration and when we can get issues because of this. I don't know if you, Daniel, have ever had, yeah, ever had problems with that before.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had personally problems with reading from a contract because usually when I do, it's mainly reading the token URI, which is of a single token or maybe a few tokens. Um, but I know that we brought up, when you read about 10,000 tokens, trying to iterate over them, trying to get all that data back in bulk of a few, thousand tokens, that could lead into a problem. And you mentioned to me that you guys faced this problem, um, you know, in the past and actually uncovered certain ways of getting of actually fixing it in some way or having a workaround. But let's discuss that. Why would a contract then run out of read gas in the sense of reading or retrieving a lot of data at once?
Yeah. Uh, if we think about the way nodes work and blocks get minted, for each block, you have a maximum amount of gas that can be burned into that block specifically. So, nodes, what they do, they actually pick the transactions that allow them to get the most as a reward from them, but at the same time they have to keep them under a certain amount that is the gas limit for the block. On Ethereum, if I'm not mistaken, it should be something around 30 million gwei. It's variable in the sense that I think it starts from half of that, and it can get higher, up to 30 million. That's something around that, but we can keep these as a reference number for our examples. It may also change in the future. So we can keep these 30 million gwei as a number, and each block cannot exceed that amount. So your transaction on chain, if you're writing data, cannot exceed that specific number of gas. When you're doing view functions, as I said, the providers are using the same system in order to understand what you're trying to do and if they should or should not go on with the transaction. And in that case, since you're doing just a read operation, so a view operation, what they do is they try to give you more headroom for that. So they may give you twice the amount of gas as a limit, or I think Infura can get yeah, can get up to maybe 10 times, if I remember correctly. We have to check to check the docs for that, but it should be something around that. So you have plenty of gas to use, but you will never know a specific wallet how much gas can spend for a view transaction. So as a developer, I would always suggest trying to maybe lower the gas as much as possible, and that's what we try to do in our specific case.
Yeah, absolutely. It's basically this kind of play where when you're a developer in the space, you have to kind of fight against the gas, make sure that you fit in the the actual respective allow limit or something, so to speak, right? Um, but yeah, it's important to understand that just in this video, that we want to say that view functions isn't endless. You can't call too much on it and expect something like the MetaMask provider to just hand it over for free and it just will work. Just be considerate of that when you do development. And we also have to think about it on our side, building a metaverse. How do we read almost 100,000 tokens, at once? So there's going to be some interesting developments which we'll share as the year goes on. But Marco, thank you so much for coming on today and talking more about gas.
My pleasure, as always.
Perfect. And everyone watching this video, give this video a follow. Subscribe to both of our channels. We really try and provide some good quality content for you to learn more about the blockchain. See you in the next video. Cheers for now.